My name is Nicolas Kimaz. A man with a plan. Yes. I'm a naturopathic healer, and my agenda is to heal America now. We have so much hate. We have so much evil going on in the world, and now for the first time we're seeing it so obvious in our country. We've seen what happened in the last few days regarding the border, regarding the children that have been separated from their families. And what's happening is this is not a new issue. This is an old issue that started with Clinton, then the Bush, then Obama, and then today. But why only today they made it such a big deal out of it?
Because it's the outrage.
I know why. Because this is for the first time we have a president that is man enough that when he sees a problem, he could fix it. All the other presidents would just talk about things, talk about issue, and push it on Congress. And Congress, as a plaisance as they have been throughout all these years, they're a do-nothing Congress. Most of these people elected have made it into a career. They're career politicians. Why couldn't they solve this issue for the last 15, 18, 20 years? Why wouldn't they?
They wouldn't have a job.
Yes, not only that, they want to keep trouble in this country. They want to create issues that cannot be solved, and they want to keep the politics in this country the main issue so they can keep their job while we're busy trying to get our businesses and while trying to make a living. And what's happening throughout all these years, neither healthcare or the military or economy or the border, immigration, the veterans, Medicare, and medicine. None of these issues that are important issues to every single one of us was ever solved. And why is that? Is that for one single reason. So we can stay busy making a living while they make out of their career a political career. They have become career politicians throughout all these years, solving no major issues, complicating things, and just throwing money on top of problems, hoping that the money will solve it by creating a big deficit, creating a $21 trillion deficit. The spending skyrocketed. We all have economy that now is improving, but look at inflation, how things are expensive. So what's going on here? What is going on is we have a Congress that is not doing their job. That's what's happening. And now regarding the children that have been separated because of a policy has existed since the Clintons, now we have a president who heard the voices and who took it upon him to make a decision that no other president and neither the Congress have the strength and have the integrity to resolve big problems. And we have to be thankful to our president who has the energy, who has the power and the guts to make such big decisions and resolve issues that our Congress is not resolving. And we have to be careful of who we elect. We keep electing and re-electing the same people. For whatever reason that we have been doing it, it is the wrong reason. The way to right now elect new blood to Congress to support President Trump, to support his agenda, we have to look at the values of each candidate that is running. If we compromise our values as we have for the last 40 years, we've lost prayers from school, we lost the Pledge of Allegiance, we lost God from school and government. So what's going on is we've been compromising our values, and once you compromise your values, what happened? You're going to lose. You're going to lose your First Amendment, your Second Amendment, your Third Amendment, your Fourth, your Fifth, and this is what's going on. God is under attack. This country is under attack. The president is under attack. Jewish are under attack. Christians are under attack. Religion is under attack. Our Judeo-Christian values are under attack. And most people being quiet, staying quiet, becoming politically correct, tolerant, and what is happening, just like we're pulling the rugs from underneath us bit by at the time, we're losing our speech, freedom of speech, bit at the time. We're losing our Second Amendment, bit at the time. And one day we're gonna wake up and we have nothing, even though if we fix the economy, if we fix healthcare, if we fix the veterans issue, we fix all the issues, and we lose national security, we will lose it all. This is what they're after. We have evil that is attacking us from every single direction, from the kindergarten schools to the high schools to the universities. They're attacking us at home through television, through movies. They have removed God from everywhere. There's no sign of God anywhere. And if you speak of God and if you're outspoken about Jesus and your beliefs, what happened? They mock you, they attack you, they don't want you, they want you to feel shame. And why is that? Because they want you to worship politics, not God. The politician wants to provide, give free healthcare, free universities, free money. Why? So you could worship them, so you could depend on them. They don't want to teach fishing, they want to give the fish away. And we've seen it happening the last 8 years. What happened? Society went down the drain. We're becoming a fatherless country. God is not even at home. God is not at school. God is not at the government. What happened? What's going on? What's going on is this country is under attack, and they want us to become a communist country. They want us to become socialist country, and they want to bring the jihadists here, which they're already here. All the enemies are already in America, well established, well financed, with the agenda is to bring down this country, remove the Judeo-Christian values, and bring the Sharia law, bring all these Marxism, and bring hatred and evil. And we've seen it on television, we've seen it in the newspaper, we've seen it everywhere. And they're so dominant right now, and they're not going to stop until they take over. And this is the reason I am running. I'm running to stop all of that. I was born in Lebanon. At age 15, I was a child soldier. I was in the Christian militia in Lebanon, carrying a machine gun and a bazooka, defending my life, defending my family, defending the country against the jihadists, the extreme Islamists. Now they're known as ISIS, then they were known as PLO. They changed names, but they're the same people, the same ideology, with the same objective. That's what is going on. And I fought them. I know what they look like, what they smell like, how they think, what they do. This is what is going on. And the reason I'm running, to shake you up, to shake this country up and wake you up, to smell the coffee, to smell what is going on, because we are under siege already. And all these people, they hate us, and they have an agenda And I don't want to see my children carrying, or your children carrying machine guns and bazookas in the streets of our neighborhood to defend their lives and defend this country. We could stop it now. And how we stop it? We create legislation. We make the Sharia law illegal. We make the Muslim Brotherhood a terrorist organization. And we stop the Marxism, and we stop all this agenda that is against every single one of us. And there's a lot of Americans have been blinded with fake news, fake stories. Everything is fake. They believe it. They have good heart, but they don't understand what's going on. We know what's going on. I have seen this movie. I have seen it in Lebanon. I have seen it in the Middle East. I have seen it in Egypt. We've seen it in Venezuela right now. We've seen it in Cuba. We've seen it in Brazil. What's going on? The freedom of speech doesn't exist. They're taking away guns from population. What happened? Just like in Germany, just like in China, just like in many countries. When they took the guns away from society, then society became a prey, and they were able to control them, prosecute them, kill them, and they became third world countries. As we all have known what happened in Germany, what happened in China, what happened in Vietnam, what's going on in Venezuela, what happened in Cuba. This is what their agenda is, the same agenda for this country. That's what they're after. They want to remove the Second Amendment. They want to remove the First Amendment. We look in colleges and universities. Any conservative who tries to speak, what do? They shut him up. Yes, they attack. Look at all this going on. So we have to wake up. What do I bring to the table? I bring my experience. I'm a naturopathic healer, naturopathic doctor. I have worked throughout the world. I had 40 clinics in Africa, Middle East, Europe. Yeah. And we have to bring God in prayers back to this country, back to the government, and back to schools. Because without God in our children's heart, there is no remorse. They're teaching them to be tolerant. And Jesus told us, we cannot be tolerant. You're either with us or against us. There is no tolerance. Because if you tolerate others for their worst behavior, and then they infringe on us, they infringe on our rights, they infringe on our faith, they infringe on our beliefs, what happened? Within a short period of time, we have no rights. We have to stand up, we have to fight, we have to believe, and this is the reason I'm running. I'm a fighter, I'm a warrior. At the same time, I want to bring love and healing to this country, to both parties, to everyone who wants to hear, everyone who wants to listen, everyone who will wake up to learn that God is the main way to come together and to keep this country great and to make this country great. And I want your help. Every single one of you must take it upon himself or herself to help this country, because you're not helping me, you're helping yourself, you're helping your family, we're helping society, we're helping this country, and we all have to help President Trump. He needs the help, he needs the support, he needs people who believe with faith, who are not shy of their beliefs and their faith. I don't want to be shy with my Christianity. I don't want to. This is a free country. This is the reason I ran away from countries where I cannot speak to come here where I'm allowed to speak. I'm allowed to express myself, express my feeling, express my views without fear of prosecution. And what's going on? They want to take these rights away. Are you going to take it? Are you going to accept it? It's up to you. Of course not. We're not going to do that. At the same time, we have to bring God to society, back to society, to government, and to schools, so we can have the true love within our society all over again. Why before before the removing prayers from schools, there was no shooting, and not a single shooting in any school. Before removing prayers, we had not a single incident in any school that of someone being shot or killed. Well, let's look at the statistics. After removing prayers and after removing the Pledge of Allegiance just because the two words under God, what happened? Look at the statistics. This country is having serious problems. Gangs, why? Because of the laws and because of removing God. We're not allowed to speak of God. We're not allowed to preach. We're not allowed to. They mock us. They mock our children. So our children feel afraid to express themselves. This should not be allowed in America. Last time I woke up this morning, I knew I woke up in America, and I don't want it to change. I don't want to wake up again in a third world country where politicians are the gods of these countries. I know this country has the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God, the real true God, life God. He's the God that we worship, and we want to keep him in this country. And that is how things should go. We want to stick to our Judeo-Christian values because this is what made this country great. Based on these values, this country became the best country in the world, the strongest country in the world, and we are the most generous country in the world. We give billions and trillions of dollars to the world. No one else is as generous as every single one of you. We care for the poor, we care for the homeless, we care for the countries that the politicians rob their own people. We come in and we help them. So no one can say that America is a heartless country. No one can accuse us that we are not helping and we don't provide love and care and compassion to the entire world. But at the same time, just because of that, the enemy is already within, wants to take us down because they don't want to see this happening. They don't want a nation that is generous out of love and compassion and love to God to help others. They want everyone to be the same. This is the New World Order, where we all worship one nation, which is money and politicians. And I refuse, as long as I'm alive, I refuse to do that. And I ask every single one of you to do your part. I'm running for U.S. Congress. This is my district, District 22. I'm running to defeat Ted Deutsch, who's been a politician too long. He's made a career out of it, and we have to make him resign and defeat him. I ask your help to volunteer. I ask you to help put these beautiful yard signs in front of your homes or in